and itch your clitoris. I never listen to the critics. They try to steal you from your feelings for cash. You tell me with the two hands, I'm too bad. Wonder what your things are like. Need me to get your bills paid. That's what you said. I guess I'm just too fake for that. So sit down, listen, think for a minute. Know it might be hard, 'cause you're uneducated. Break down, face it, breathe for a minute. I'm about to help you with your manners and respect. Second chance, so take it chill with your demand. You never listen, think too fast, but one day you'll understand. So sit down, listen, think for a minute. Know it might be hard, 'cause you're uneducated. Break down, face it, breathe for a minute. I'm about to help you with your manners and respect. You get it? Just uneducated, just a little bit of this, so bet you make it. One day, manners and respect. Respect. You can never sleep in traffic, 'cause living steady panic. I know 'cause
I have some great news for you. You are in the right place. You are here, and it doesn't matter how slow you go. It doesn't matter if you skip a pose or whatever. Just showing up is 9/10 of the battle. Do a little bit of something and just don't stop. You're in a good place. You can do this. Yes, you can. I'm here to encourage you to breathe through your practice. Hi, I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. It's a 1-hour long practice. I practice every single day live, and I'm glad that you're joining me and allowing me to join you. We practice live, like I said, but the recordings are up for a while on Facebook and YouTube. You do what you can with what you've got, where you are today. Don't worry about it. Let it go. It doesn't matter. You try little by little, and you'll see improvements, and it's all good. It really is. Every day we do something different. Today's practice, you might think, oh, this is a little harder. Don't let it be. You can do it, because you know what? You modify it. You make it work for you. This is our strength and balancing practice. Balance is so important. This is kind of a, the month is a month of power. We're trying to build power and build strength. I'm trying to build mine back after being away for a while from the yoga. So I was doing some things today, and it's like, oh my gosh, that's really hard. You need to modify, and I'm going to modify a lot today too. But work on strength. Work on building your strength and work on improving your balance. We're doing that. A word. We're going to think about a word today. We think about a word every day, and the word is a real simple one. The word is here. Here. All right, so what does that mean? It means this place, this world, your life, your present moment, right here, right now on the mat. Best way to measure that is with your breath. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Let it go. It really doesn't matter. Precious little matters, but your breath and how you feel in your head. And I'll tell you a really neat quote at the end of our practice today. All right, let's start. Grab your props, and let's begin by locking in a stress number as you come on up to a standing position. So lock in a stress number. What do I mean by that? I'll take a second to explain that. Stress number, scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. Where are you stress-wise? You know, when you go to the doctor's office, you got a smiley face or a frowny face. Where are you in that scale? We're going to come back to that at the end of the practice, and you're going to see that it goes down. That's a beautiful, tangible measure of your progress. All right, so come on up to a standing position. I'm going to scoot this on back, and let's come to standing. All right, So in your standing position, let's put our hands on our hips. Send your shoulders and elbows back. Lengthen up through the crown of your head and take your confident stance. Here you are. Feet are a little bit spread wider than your hips. Hands on your hips. I always think of Superman, the old Superman, when I do this pose. So take a deep breath in and a big sigh and breath out. Nothing else matters. Just breathe. You're doing fine. You're doing perfect in this practice. Lift on up to the balls of your feet. Lift on up and come on down. Lift and lower and breathe. Most important thing. All right, maybe you got a chair nearby. Maybe you've got a countertop nearby. It's all good. You're just going to find your feet here. Find your balance. Balance is so important, especially as we celebrate more birthdays. You want to keep your balance good. Keep it solid. Keep it strong. Hello to Betty and Diane. How are you? And Stan and Rena and Tim and Mike and Elizabeth. How are you? Good to see you guys. All right, lifting, lowering. Play with it a little bit. Stay up high on the balls of your feet. Give that a go. Seems kind of so insignificant, but a lot of things seem insignificant until you lose them, right? All right, come back down to your heels. Wiggle your toes. Rock a little bit on your feet. Nice job. Nice solid foundation. Lift your arms up. Extended mountain pose. Fingers are reaching high to the sky. Let your shoulders soften a little bit. Lift. Breathe in. And breathe out through your mouth. Settle into your feet. Let the breath come down into your feet. Inhale, lengthen up. Breathe through your fingertips as you inhale. Exhale, soften in the shoulders and grip into the earth with your extended mountain pose. Take a little baby back bend. Reach the fingers toward the back of the room and then exhale, fold forward. As you fold forward and you're exhaling, you're squeezing the air out of your belly. Folding forward, a little bend in your knees might feel good. Shake your neck, loosen up through the neck. Inhale, arms sweep up, reach high. Breathe through the fingertips. Sounds weird, right? Inhale, breathe, and lengthen up through your fingers. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, back to folding forward again. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, let it all go. Inhale, arms sweep up one more time. Interlace your fingers, gentle palm tree. Palms to the sky. Oh, just stretch side to side. Just move. Feel it all through your intercostal muscles, all through your side body. Get the spine moving in all four planes of motion. Breathe. Maybe you want to close your eyes. Whenever you close your eyes, you're challenging your balance a little bit. If that's right for you today, try it. All right, let's come back to center. Let your arms float on down by your sides. Just move your shoulders a little bit. Put a gentle little bouncy bend in your knees and start to do some arm circles. So nice big circles or small circles, whatever feels good to wake your shoulders up. Add in the knees. Put a little bend in the knees, maybe when the hands come down, and then straighten the legs when the arms come up. Just move. That's what it is all about. Just moving, getting the blood circulating, feeling good. Take your arm circles in the other direction. And when you're ready, come on back up to just standing. Shoulders back and down. Arms loose by your side, fingertips reaching toward the earth. Big coat swing. I love this pose. Twist and turn from side to side, letting your arms be loose. You really want them hanging down by your sides, no tension in the shoulders. The arms are your hands are tapping your hips, tapping your backside. Look over your shoulder. Take the twist a little deeper, maybe. Maybe close your eyes or keep them open and just see how far you can see. Lynn, Betty, Diane in New York, Lisa, Terry, Elizabeth, Kelly, Margarita, Canel, good to see you guys. All right, how's the twist coming? All right, finish it up. Finish it on up. Let's go back to that extended mountain pose. Reach, stretch. Try with the arms high to come up onto your toes and down on your heels. Just kind of get a rhythm going as you rock back and forth. Keep reaching, and then plant your feet. Hands to opposite elbow creases. It's ragdoll time. All right, hinge forward, feet about hip width distance apart. Just spread them a little bit to what feels secure. Look back to your knees as your head hangs heavy. Let it, just shake it. Let it hang heavy. Start to create like figure eight, a sideways figure eight, an infinity sign with your elbows as you let one elbow come back toward a knee, then the other elbow toward the other knee. Take a moment here and be present. Don't worry about following directions or doing it this way or that way. Just what do you feel? What feels really good right now? That gentle twist in the waist? Do you feel it up your glutes, up your backside? Is your neck loose? Just feel what you feel. Let's finish here. Bring your arms back to stillness at the midline of your body. Let your arms release down toward the earth. Maybe they touch the earth. Maybe they're, seems like a mile away. It's okay. Take a big breath in. Big sighing breath out. Work your way down to your knees and come into your child's pose. All right, there's a couple ways to do child's pose, lots of different ways to do it. You can use your block or no block at all. Knees can be together, big toes touching, hips back to your heels. Using a block, you can place it under your forehead. Maybe try that today. You don't have to do a pose a certain way, and switch it up. Do something a little different. Arms down by your sides, palms face up. Think about your shoulders. Bring them down. Work the fingers towards your feet. So rest here in your child's pose. You could use a half-size block under your head. You could use no block at all under your forehead. And rest in your child's pose. The option that I like to take is knees spread wide, hips back toward the heels, arms reaching to the top of the mat, forehead down on the block or the mat. Just kind of a position of surrender. Surrender to the stress of your day. Just let it go. Don't hold on to it. Gosh, we hold so much tension in our hips, in our shoulders, in our jaws. Just let it go. Deep breath in. And as you sigh it out, think of letting all that stress go. You are just here in this present moment, enjoying your practice your way. What feels good for you? Do you like the stretch in the shoulders with the arms reaching in this extended child's pose? If not, bring the arms back on down. Close your lips if you like, and let's start to breathe in and out of our nose. Listen to the sound of your breath. Sound like Darth Vader, right? Listen to the sound of your breath in the back of your throat. Let this feel good. Maybe stay here longer. Maybe stay here for 5 minutes and then jump into the practice. You need to listen to your body and do what's right for you. All right, from this child's pose, I'm going to move on to do a sun salutation A. You can stay here if you want, modify as you like, or join me in that pose. So I'm going to press to a neutral tabletop, tuck my toes under, send my hips high, come to a down dog. In this down dog, I'm going to work my hands forward, work my feet hip-width distance apart. Heels are slightly lifted, and that neck, keep it nice and loose. Don't hold on to it. Push into your hands, a little bend in your knuckles of your fingers so you feel like a little gecko with suction cup fingers. And then start to pedal your heels, one toward the earth, then the other. Really get it, move your knees, pedal it out. Just let it feel good. What feels good? Do it. All right, I'm going to steal my feet. I'm going to walk my hands back to meet my feet. Maybe you walk your feet up to meet your hands. You decide, sweep your arms up, extended mountain pose. Lift here, fingers go high, extended mountain. Take a big breath in. And as you breathe out, take your hands to prayer center, fold forward. Hello, Liz. I'm glad you're here. As you fold forward, you're folding your body in half. Neck is still loose. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins, or a little higher, lower, it depends on your height, but you want to create a flat back, not rounded shoulders, shoulders back. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. When you're ready, bring your hands down to your mat, walk them forward. Let's do our first Chaturanga Dandasana. Couple ways to do it. Let's start on our knees. Hinge forward, weight into the arms, weight into your hands. Let's take, we could take a high plank or take it on your knees. And then a low plank, bending the elbows and bringing your chest toward the earth. Tuck your toes under, press on up to an upward facing dog, chest shining forward. You can be on your knees or you can have your knees lifted. Exhale, downward facing dog. You could also spread your knees wide and sink on back to, hey, this is familiar. This is your wide-legged child's pose. Totally fine. Do it that way. All right, let's come back to a standing position. Let's come back, feet to hands, hands to feet. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Maybe you'd like to slip in a little baby back bend here. Come on back up, extended mountain. Exhale, hands through prayer center, forward fold. You know your routine. What do you like? Let's do it. Hands to your knees, flat back like a tabletop. Exhale, hands come down. Let's do this again. I'm going to do a Chaturanga Dandasana with a high plank. You can do it on your knees to a low plank. Bend your elbows. Flip your feet so the tops of your feet are on your mat. Chest is forward. Knees can be lifted or down. You decide. It's your yoga. And then tuck your toes. Send your hips high to a downward facing dog, or maybe you're going back to that extended child's pose. Pedal your knees. Let it feel good. Only you know what feels good for your body. Only you know what doesn't hurt. You don't want anything to hurt. Might be uncomfortable, might be difficult. You decide how you want to do it. I'm going to steal my heels, walk my hands back to meet my feet. Sweep my arms up, extended mountain. Little baby back bend as the chest lifts. Exhale, hands to prayer center. I'm going to fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the shins, back is flat. Exhale, hands come down. Time for a Chaturanga Dandasana your way. I'm going to hinge forward, high plank. Remember, you can take it on your knees. To a low plank, bending the elbows. Tops of the feet are on the mat. Chest lifts, chest is shining forward. There's your upward facing dog. And then down dog. Tuck your feet. Hips go high or knees spread wide as you come into your wide-legged child's pose. Press into the mat, pedal it out, and breathe. Breathe. Come back to your present moment. Big breath in through the nose, maybe big breath out through the nose. Still your feet. Walk your feet up to meet your hands, or your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain. Breathe. Let's do a sun salutation B. Lengthen up. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain. You're familiar with this. Let's take it to a chair pose this time. Bend your knees a little bit or a lot, like you're getting ready to sit back on a little chair. You could even be seated in a chair and do this pose. Totally fine. So let's imagine we're in a chair. Put the weight back into your heels, so much so that maybe you lift your toes and give them a little wiggle. Arms are a nice counterbalance. Reach forward. Here's your chair pose, Utkatasana. Breathe in, exhale, sink lower. Breathe in, sink lower. All right, one more big inhale, and on this exhale, hands to prayer center, straighten the knees, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Back is flat. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat. Chaturanga Dandasana. Your way. Maybe it's high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time we're going to kick the right leg high to the sky. Sweep it through to a low lunge. So you're going to bring the foot in between your two front hands. Rise on up to standing. Plant the back foot at a 90 or 45 degree angle, and then really bend into your right knee. As you bend into your right knee, knee is over the ankle. Tee out your arms. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Lengthen up and settle in. All right, so you got your knee over the ankle. Legs are strong. Squeeze your legs together. Good and tight. Lengthen up. Turn to the right. Look over your right middle finger. And then reach, reach, reach toward the front of your room. Tick-tock your arms like a clock, 6 and 12. All right, bottom arm that's pressing into your thigh. You can bend it or you can straighten it. It's up to you. Get those arms nice and straight. And look up to your left hand. I'm going to put that bend back in my knee a little bit more. Look down at your knee. Is your knee over your ankle? Check it out for stability. Press, reach. Maybe You've got that bottom arm bent and you're pushing the forearm into the thigh. It's all good. Here's something else you can do. Reach the top arm to the front of your room. Maybe you like that nice straight line from your outside left pinky toe all the way through your left pinky finger. Reach, stretch. Let's do a reverse warrior. Inhale, come on up to breathe, up to breathe. Right arm goes high, left arm goes down your back leg. Maybe you stretch it a little farther, reaching the extended arm to the back of the room. Exhale, cartwheel your arms. Chaturanga Dandasana, hands plant, right foot goes back to meet the left. High plank, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips are high. Pedal it out and breathe. We have the other side to do. Same pose on the other side. Lift your left leg high to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through to your low lunge. Rise on up. Always good to rise on up, right? Plant the back foot, plant the front foot. Left toes shine forward, back foot, however it feels right to plant it. 90, 45 degrees, you decide. Put a bend in that left knee. Knee over ankle. Arms, tee out. Take a big inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, look left. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, reach left. Tick-tock, 6 and 12. Remember this, push the inner left thigh open, that feels good. Look up to your right hand. Remember, you can bend that low arm and have the forearm on your knee if you like, or on your thigh. Breathe. Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm down, left arm up. Breathe. Did you want to reach back on this one? Go ahead and do it. Give it a go. And then, cartwheel your arms. Chaturanga Dandasana, your way. Hands plant, feet meet feet at the bottom of the mat. High plank to low plank, your way. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog, hips are high. Pedal it out. Let's run through this again. So, you're pedaling out your feet. Walk your feet to meet your hands, or your hands to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain. Take that little back bend if you like. Exhale, hands through purse center as you fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Chair pose now by bending your knees. Reach and settle. Reach and sink on in. Reach as you inhale, exhale, settle in. One more time, reach through the arms. Hands to prayer center now. Exhale, knees straight and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, your back is flat. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat, walk them forward. Come into your Chaturanga Dandasana, high plank, maybe on the knees, to a low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, on your knees or not, you decide. And then tuck your toes under and come back to a down dog. Pedal your feet, you got it. Shake your neck, it's all good. Right leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through to your low lunge. Right toes pointing forward. Rise on up, plant your feet, arms tee out, knee over ankle. Inhale, lengthen. Maybe try to squeeze the mat together with your thighs. Lengthen up, look to the right. Exhale, reach really far. Then tick-tock, 6 and 12. Left arm's reaching high. Maybe it reaches to the front of your room. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep your low body as if it were in cement. Rise on up through the right fingers. Let your left hand go down your body. Breathe. Maybe reach to the back of your room. Time to cartwheel the arms and do your Chaturanga Dandasana. Hands surround the right foot. Right foot goes back to meet the left. High plank, low plank, maybe on your knees or on your belly, you decide. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal and breathe and be in the moment. Enjoy what you're feeling, letting your body tell you what to do, not your mind. Your mind limits you. Let your body move to what feels right. Kick your left leg high. You can do the same thing on this side. Sweep the left foot forward. Rise on up, feet plant, arms tee out, settle on in. How low can you go? Maybe you can work this left thigh more parallel to the earth. Settle in, take your time, no rush, no hurry, it's your yoga, do it your way. Settle in, big inhale, squeeze the mat together, exhale, look to the left. Inhale, lengthen up, exhale, reach to the left. Tick-tock, 6 and 12, bottom arm may be bent, it's up to you. Right fingers maybe reach to the front of your room. Stretch, how does it feel? Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm down, left arm up, look up, maybe reach to the back of your room, or not. When you're ready, cartwheel the arms, Chaturanga Dandasana. Left foot goes back to meet the right, high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal, breathe, shake the neck, let it all go. Be present in this moment. Still your knees, bend your knees, hinge them forward to a little bit of a bear plank. Hovering the knees above the earth, your weight shifts more into your arms. Hold it here, and then come on down. Let's do some core things. How are you doing? Do you have your water? I need my water. And have a sip, and let's do our 3 core things. You could have your strap nearby if you want to use it for both. Your call. All right. They're being really good. They've become really close buddies on this trip to moving here. They sleep together really closely and don't let each other out of their sight. It's really cute. All right, so you're seated. Let's wiggle your bottom so you kind of feel the sits bones under your bottom. Bend your knees, soles of your feet touch, hands to prayer center, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Think something positive about yourself. So you maybe say, I am strong, right? Or I am courageous, or I am here. That's enough. I am here. That's plenty. Lengthen up. Exhale, recline. Come on down. All the way down. How's your core feeling? Oh my gosh. My core is sore from yesterday. All right, soles of your feet touch. Knees open wide. Breathe. Take your hands. Bend your elbows. Fingers lightly to your temples. Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. Chin is what's going to guide you because you keep your neck nice and straight. Exhale, lift. Inhale down, exhale, lift, inhale down. Little lifts, little lowers, keeping you strong. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Maybe breathe in and out of your mouth a little bit. Let some of the heat go that we built up in those 2 sun salutations we did, the sun A and the sun B. All right, lift and lower, and then come on down. It's time to do bicycle pose. And keep your hands where they are. You can bring the soles of your feet to your mat. Lots of variations of bicycle. You can keep the soles of your feet down. You can peel your shoulders up and bring opposite elbow toward opposite knee. So just a little twist. Maybe that feels nice. Maybe bring the shoulders down, lift the legs up, knees over your hips, and you ride a recumbent bike. Just drive through the heels. You decide, what feels right for you today. I don't know how your back feels. I don't know how your core is. You do what feels like you're doing a little bit of something. That's all you got to do is a little bit of something. I'm going to bend my elbows again, fingers to the temples. I'm going to peel my shoulders up, and I'm going to go opposite elbow, opposite knee while bicycling through my heels. Woo! Now, another option. Straighten your legs and give them a scissor kick. Maybe that feels good. Whatever feels right is right. All right, let's finish. Bring your legs down. Stick pose. Legs are long, toes are pointing, fingers, palms are touching, fingers reach. High to your mat, so your biceps are up near your ears. Stretch it out. Stick pose, the big number 1, that's you. Putting yourself first, nothing wrong with that. You got to take care of you before you can take care of others. Time for boat pose. Maybe you use your strap like we did yesterday. Maybe you bend your knees, take your hands behind your knees, low on the hamstrings, and you rock and roll up. Now, big thing here is if you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, check with your doctor about rocking and rolling on your spine. So just gonna rock and roll, if you want, back and forth. Kind of feels fun, feels good, little back massage. And when you're ready, we'll stop the rocking. Come on up to seated. Shoulders are back and down, your back is flat. Lean on back, weight into your heels, maybe lift one foot or the other. Maybe lift both feet. How's that? Maybe straighten both legs. Maybe release your arms and reach towards your pinky toes. Maybe arms lift, play with it a little bit. What works for you? Oh, you feel it, don't you? If you have the strap, maybe you got the strap under the feet and you're pulling onto the strap. You decide. And then let's finish. Bring your feet on down, hands to prayer center. Take a breath in and a breath out. How are you doing with this? All right, let's do some lunges. So flip around. You're on your mat. Come into your high plank. Hold it here. High plank, or maybe you stay in down dog, because that's where we're going to meet in just a second. I'm going to sneak in a Chaturanga Dandasana, hinging forward, shoulders over the wrists. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right leg kicks high to the sky. Exhale, leg sweeps through. It comes between the two hands and rise on up to a standing position. How is this different from when we did our Warrior Two? All 10 toes are pointing forward here. Back heel is lifted. Now we're going to bend into that right knee, keeping the knee over the ankle. The back knee, it can go lower, lower, lower. You can go all the way down to the ground if you want. Or if you want to work on balance, which I'm talking about today, maybe you stay lifted. You don't have to if you don't want to. Come down to the back knee. Totally fine. All right, I'm going to sweep the arms up. Here's a big lunge. Strong you are. In your feet. Breathe. Lengthen through your fingertips. Exhale, hands to prayer center. So from this lunge, let's take it into a twist. Left elbow outside of this right knee. Hands are stacked. Elbows are stacked. Looking down at the right toes. Look to the right side of your mat. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, look a little further to the right as you twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. How far can you twist? How far do you want to twist? Push into your hands. Look over your right shoulder, maybe. And then finish. Hands come down. Back knee comes down if you're not already there. Top of the back foot goes down on the mat. Find a block if you want. Wiggle your right toes more forward. We're going to come into a runner's lunge. Left leg is long, right toes are toward the top of the mat. You can press into your block with your straight hands. You can press into your mat, that's fine too. Another option, just variations, open up the right foot a little bit so you're on the pinky edge side of the foot. Open it up, just take a moment. How does that feel? You could drop down to your forearms to the block or your forearms to your mat. What do you like today? I'm a little stiff, so I'm going to go back to putting them on the block. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, settle in. Hips, hips. Send the breath to your hips. Be in the present moment. All right, let's come out of this. Place your hands onto the mat. Send your right foot back to meet your left. And let's use our left arm as foundation as we come into a side plank. You can keep your left knee down, right leg long, right arm lifts, and twist and look up. Twist and look up. Hold on here. You still feel it really well in your right hip. If you want to do a classic side plank, knees are glued shut to each other. Press into the earth. Arms go high. One straight line in your arms. Exhale. Both hands come down. Come back to your down dog and pedal it out. Breathe. Let's do it all again. From your down dog, come into a high plank. Maybe, or stay in your down dog. High plank to a low plank. Maybe take it on your knees or on your belly. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes. Hips go high. We'll meet everybody else back in down dog. Pedal it out and breathe. Left leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through and stand on up to your lunge on this side. Sink into your knees, left knee over left ankle, high or low in that back knee, you decide. Fingers go up, little baby back bend maybe. Breathe, hold here, you're strong. Press into your feet, find your balance. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Inhale, lengthen, just kind of recalibrate, get here in the present moment. Right elbow outside of the left knee, hands stack, elbows stack, look at your left toes. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Look to the left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Then you know what comes next, the twist. Twist, twist. And then finish. Hands come inside the left foot. Right knee comes on down. Left toes wiggle to the top of your mat. Grab a block if you want. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. How far can you wiggle? How far do you want to wiggle? Right leg is long and straight. You can put a towel under it. Hands on your mat or on your block. Open up onto the pinky edge side of the left foot if you like. Just feel this stretch. How's it working for you? Do you like it? Breathe. Maybe slip down to the forearms. Maybe slip your arms all the way down to your mat with no block at all. Breathe in your variation of your runner's lunge. All right, hands come back down to your mat. Send your left foot back to meet the right. This time your right arm's gonna be your foundation as you come in to the variation of side plank that speaks to you. You know, you could also send your legs long. Instead of doing the classic variation, kind of just kickstand your feet so they're side by side. And lift the left arm up, look up to the sky. There you go, there's your side plank. Hands come down, let's come back to a down dog. Pedal it out, breathe, neck is loose. Let's do some more balancing. Walk your feet to your hands, or hands go back to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. Let's come into some balancing poses. All right, you can have a chair nearby or a wall, you decide. And you take the balancing to the degree that feels like a comfortable challenge for you today. All right, so I'm gonna root into my mat. I'm stepping off the mat. You can stay on your mat if you want. It's a little comfy surface. I'm stepping off because it feels more solid, but primarily because of the angles of the camera. So anyway, root into your feet. Let's take tree, classic tree. Hands to prayer center. Maybe close your eyes. Come back to that positive thought about yourself. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. As you inhale, lengthen up through the crown of your head. You know, like a tree and the leaves are going up to the sun. And as you exhale, think of your feet as roots, rooted solid into the ground like a tree. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, release. Tree pose, Vrksasana. Let's start by bending the left knee, opening it up to the side of your room. Hands can be on your hips or on that chair. Maybe you slip the foot closer to the inside foundational leg, placing the heel on the leg, and just stay in here. Your feet kind of look like a letter K there, I guess. Slip the foot up a little bit more if you want. Find your balance here. Slip it even higher up into the thigh. Just avoid the knee. You don't want to put the foot on the knee. Ground in here, root in here. Remember your foot solidly rooted. Hands to prayer center if you like, or on that chair. Grow your branches if you want. Sway them. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. You're strong. You're stable. Hold on. You got it. All right. Let's take this tree to a one-legged mountain. Bring the knee of the bent leg to the front of the room. Bring the knee to hip height. Bring your arms up high. One-legged extended mountain pose. Woo, maybe your mountain's kind of leaning. That's all right. Find your balance. If you fall out, no big deal. Get right back in. Lengthen up through your fingertips. Take a big step out, big step forward with your right foot. Let's take it to a warrior three. We've done warrior two. Let's do warrior three. Hinge the weight forward into the forward leg. Send your back leg up, up, up. Hands can be on your hips. Chair can be nearby or ahead of you. Find your balance in this one standing leg. Put a little bend in your knees. Maybe reach the arms forward. Bring your body into like the shape of a letter T. Hold it here. Bring your hands to prayer center. Bring your foot to meet the other foot on your mat. Nice job in your warrior three. Let's do tree to warrior three with a one-legged mountain in between. Again on the other side. So I'm gonna root into my opposite leg, my left leg. Open up the right knee to the side of the room. Hands to prayer center, hips, whatever strikes your fancy. And bring the foot to whatever level you like. Foot into the leg, leg into the foot. Hold on. Breathe. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Breathe. You got this. Don't give up. Don't quit. Don't quit. Breathe. Be in the present moment. Enjoy the here and now. Don't think I can't. Think, hey, yes I am. I'm doing it. All right, I'm going to bring the foot or the knee to the front of the room. Knee is at hip height. Draw the toes up toward the shin. Lift the arms up to your one-legged mountain pose. Lengthen through your hips. Extend the heel forward. Take a big step forward with that foot. Come into your warrior three. Have your hands on your hips. Play with lifting the back leg a little bit or a lot. Reach through your arms. Hold on here. Capital letter T may be in your body. Hold it, and then finish. Foot meets foot on the mat. Hands back to prayer center. Eagle pose, Garandasana. Bend your knees. Bend your knees. Maybe you're seated in a chair, totally fine. Maybe you're in that chair pose. Bending the knees, holding on here, eagle pose. Top body, bottom body. We're gonna twist it. You decide if you wanna do both or just one. So I'm seated back in a chair. I'm gonna lift my right leg. I'm gonna cross my left, take the top of the right foot behind the left, and sink down here. Maybe you're in a figure four. Totally fine. Don't sweat it. I'm gonna add in the arms. I'm gonna sweep the right arm under the left. Palms touch. Squeeze the elbows down. Look over your fingertips and breathe. There's your eagle pose. Doing just the arms, doing just the legs, it's all good. Let's finish. Foot meets foot on the ground. Lift through your fingertips. Big extended mountain. Just kind of recalibrate, let everything go. And we're gonna do it again on the other side. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend your knees. Reach. You got it. Settle in. Maybe you stay right here. Maybe you put your hands on your hips and stay right here. Guess what? It's all good. You're in the present moment. I'm gonna take my left leg, lift it up, cross it over, squeeze high in the upper inner thighs, bring the top of the left foot behind the right calf and settle in. Now I'm gonna sweep my left arm under my right, palms touch, elbows down, look over the fingers, hold, squeeze, strong, you got it. There's your eagle. Left foot meets right, arms go high. Extended mountain, take a little baby back bend, back up to extended mountain. All right, stay here in your extended mountain. We're gonna go to dancer. And in your dancer pose, I wanna make sure I have enough room behind me. I think I need to move a little forward. Lengthen up, start to circle your right arm back. Remember we started early on in the practice with those big arm circles? Here's the reward. All right, you're feeling it. Feels all right, right? Keep lifting through your left arm. Weight into the left leg. Take your right hand inside your right heel. Bring your knees back together. Lengthen up through the crown of your head and through those left fingers. Now kick hard into your back hand. Reach the fingers forward. Kick and reach. Kick back, kick up. There's your dancer. Plant the right foot next to the left. Arms go high, up, overhead. Same thing, other side. Start to move your left arm back. Maybe that's all you're doing today. Maybe you just put a little cocky bend in that other leg. Just let it be. It's all good. You can't do it all at once, right? You got to take it in layers, one day at a time. The biggest thing is showing up every single day and trying. I'm going to reach this left arm, left hand, inside my left foot. Knees are together. I'm going to re-lengthen up here through the right fingers. Now I'm going to start to kick into my back hand, reaching my other arm forward, finding balance, really strong here. Kick back, kick up, breathe. Finish. Right foot meets left, however you end up doing it. Breathe. Hands to prayer center. Lengthen up. Exhale, fold forward. Walk your hands forward and come on down to your Chaturanga Dandasana. From a downward facing dog, if you want to stay here, totally fine. I'm going to come into a high plank. Take it on your knees if you want. Low plank, chest to the earth. Inhale, upward facing dog. Tops of your feet are on your mat. It's all good. Tuck your back feet under. Lift your hips high. Downward facing dog. Maybe that's where you stayed. Maybe that's where you started. Lift your right leg back to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through. Half pigeon. Bring your right knee behind your right wrist. Left leg goes along on your mat. Top of the left foot on your mat. Right shin a little more parallel to the top of your mat. Press into your hands, slip a block under your right glutes if that feels good. Slip on down, you could use another block here, or slip down to your elbows. Breathe. Big stretch in your backside. Soften in your glutes. More easily said than done, I know. Soften in your shoulders too. Breathe. All right, half pigeon is a pose we do in our restorative practice on Thursdays and Sundays. We'll stay here longer those days, and it's a wonderful pose. It really gets comfortable after a while. Press into your hands now, straighten the elbows, remove the block. Tuck your back left toes under, send your right foot back to meet your left, and shake the right leg out. Foot comes down, you're back to your down dog. Wiggle your hips, get comfortable here. Let's have the left hip feel as good as the right, and do half pigeon here. Left leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through, bringing the left knee to the left wrist. Right leg long, top of the right foot on the mat. Left shin a wee bit more parallel to the top of the mat. Adjust your hips, move them around so you can see what I mean when I say getting your hips equidistant to the mat. Both hips equidistant to the mat. Put the block underneath so you can really feel that. That'll keep you honest, all right? So keep it there if you like. Slip on down to your forearms, rest your head on your hands. It's up to you. Just feel that nice big stretch in the glutes. Breathe in, breathe out, let it go. Really try to let it go. Try to let the tension in the hips go. Just try to bring your belly closer to the earth. Ooh, that's good, isn't it? All right, press into your hands. Tuck your back toes under. Lift your back left leg, your back left leg as opposed to your front left leg. Shake it out high to the sky. Plant your feet. Walk them out. Pedal it out. Still your feet. Hinge forward. We're going to come down to our bellies here. Take it to a high plank. Bring it on down either to your knees or all the way down to your belly. We're going to do Cobra Pose, Bhujangasana. Hands under your collarbones. Legs long and straight on your mat. Tops of your feet are on your mat. Your big toes are touching. Elbows are hugged in. Neck is nice and straight. You're not turning it. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Soften through your shoulders. On an inhale, let your head peel up. As you gaze down your nose, breathe, lift that top center line of your mat. Hold on here. Press the tops of your feet into your mat. Maybe little to no weight in your hands. Squeeze the elbows toward your spine. Squeeze the elbows toward your feet. Breathe, lift, finish. Come on down. Turn your head so your left cheek is on the mat and your arms are down by your sides. Soften in those shoulders. Be in the present moment. Feel the mat beneath your left cheek. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring your chin back to the center of the mat. Bend your knees, floor bow, Dhanurasana. Reach around, capture your ankles. Maybe you're nowhere near them. That's okay. Pretend. Reach towards your ankles. You could also use your strap here. Knees wiggle back together. Heels toward your bottom. When you're ready, you're holding on tight here. Kick into your hands, lift through your chest, maybe balance on your pelvis. Come on up, kick harder, breathe, finish. Come on down, arms by your sides. Turn your head so the right cheek is on the mat. Breathe in, breathe out, let it go. Chin back to the center. Hands underneath your collarbones, but this time straighten your arms. Come on up to a seal pose. Soften in your glutes. Breathe. Hello, Stan. Hello, Christy. Hello, Tina. Good to see you guys. Lengthen up. Breathe. You got it. Let's go into a camel pose. All right. Come to standing on your knees. Place your block between your ankles. Hold on tight to that block. Hands to your low back. Squeeze your elbows. Send your hips high. Send your hips forward and your gaze high. Now you can stay right here. You can reach your fingertips for that block. You can reach your fingertips, your hands toward your heels, and chest stays lifted to the sky. Come on back up, shoulders over your hips. Pull that block out, grab a seat. All right, put your towel in your eye shade up near your shoulders because we're gonna use that for final Shavasana. Toes up toward the sky. Lengthen up here, feet, toes up toward the sky. So you're drawing your toes toward your shins. Kind of, flex and bend those ankles. All right, toes are up toward the sky. Lengthen up through your fingertips. Lengthen up, breathe. Let's take a forward fold, like a standing forward fold, but you're seated. All right, so reach your parallel arms forward. reach even more forward. Now, grab what you can grab. Maybe you can grab your thighs, your calves. You know, how far can you go? Hold on here, lengthen up. Exhale, hollow out the belly. Maybe you can go farther. Think of bringing your chest toward your thighs. Maybe place your hands on top of your feet. Maybe grab the ankles. Just kind of wiggle in here and just enjoy the stretch. All right, I'm going to place my wrists on top of my toes. I'm going to drape my hands down my feet. I'm going to pull my feet towards my shins. My plantar fasciitis has really been bothering me. I need to do toes pose more often. I need to stretch my feet more often. This feels really, really good. Lengthen up. Exhale, fold forward. Bringing your nose towards your knees. How does it feel? Nice stretch in the low back. Thanks to doing ragdoll earlier on in our warm-up, it feels pretty good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, stretch. Feels so good when we move. Our bodies were designed for movement. We got to move more often. Shoulders over your hips. Send your legs wide. Maybe grab a block or no blocks at all. It's up to you. Place the blocks in between your legs. Same thing with your toes. Have them up toward the sky. Maybe place your forearms on your blocks. And remember, your blocks, you can do them a billion different ways. Not a million, but a lot of different ways for the height. Maybe you bring your forehead down to your blocks. You decide, I don't know what feels comfortable for you today, but just enjoy this nice stretch in the inner thighs. Breathe. Be in the present moment. You know, the practice is almost done. You know, just really, you have to keep coming back and being grounded. Just come back to your present moment. Come back to being on your mat. Don't worry about the past. Don't worry about the future. I got a really good quote I'm going to read at the end here. But just don't worry about it. Just enjoy the stretch. Let it feel good. All right, let's do one of our favorites, a supine twist. Come on up, shoulders over your hips, remove your blocks. Let's come on down to fully reclined. Your legs can be long or a little bend in them, hands to prayer center. Come all the way down. You got your eye shade up near your shoulders? All right, come on all the way down. For your supine twist. Let's send the left leg long on your mat. Bend your right knee. Hug the right knee in with your interlaced fingers underneath the right knee. If you just can't reach it, use your towel or your strap and just hug that knee in. Really think of the ball and socket in your hip. Think of, creating mobility there. Hold it here, and maybe that's where you stay. If you'd like to do the supine twist, take the left hand across the midline of the body, tee out the right arm and look to the right. Breathe. Right hip comes back down, hug the knee in again, circle the ankle, left and right and left. Place the right leg down on your mat, send it really long, drive through your heel, then drag the left heel up and hug that knee in with the towel or with your interlaced fingers. Shoulders are down, relax here, nice ball and socket in the hips. It needs movement too. Right hand, left knee, cross the midline, roll onto your right hip. Take that nice twist here. Thank you, Big Coat Swing, for making that twist more accessible today. Look to the left, breathe. Left hip down, right knee, hug it in, circle your ankle, right, left, find mobility there. Left leg down onto your mat, let's even out, drag both heels up. It's a nice strong core, drag the heels up as high as you can on your mat, then lift them up, hug the left knee to the left armpit, right knee to the right armpit, rock a little bit from side to side. Final Shavasana time. Plant your tailbone down. Send your legs long on your mat. Spread them a little bit so they're comfortable. Cover your eyes with your eye shade or your towel. Final Shavasana. Peace. Arms down by your sides. Palms face up if that feels good for you. Sigh it out. Soften up. Let your whole body be heavy on your mat. Eyes are relaxed. Your breath is soft. You are in this moment, nowhere else. Deep breaths in and deep breaths out. While you continue to lie here, I'm going to read you a little something that ties in to what we were talking about today. So deep breaths, and just think about this. If you feel anxiety or depression, you are not in the present moment. You are either anxiously projecting the future or depressed and stuck in the past. The only thing you have any control over is the present moment. Simply breathing can make us calm and present instantly. And that is from a book called The Four Seasons Way of Life, Ancient Wisdom and Healing for Personal Growth. I'll post that on our private group, Friends of 316 Yoga. All right, push the pause button if you want to stay in your final Shavasana longer. If it's time to conclude your practice, start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Deep breaths in. And deep sighing breaths out. Move your ankles and your wrists as you let that motion come up your arms and your legs. Reach high overhead and take a big good morning stretch. Bend your knees, bend your elbows, and roll onto one hip or the other and come into a fetal position. Low arms bicep is a pillow for your head. Top shoulder is soft and relaxed. Breathe, eyes closed. Be thankful for this time that you took on your mat. As you're ready, eyes opened or closed, using your hands or not, press on up to a comfortable seated position. Legs crisscrossed, hands to prayer center. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, release, and let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Blink your eyes open. Okay, stress number, what was it? Now what is it? You just feel better after doing your yoga. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for letting me do yoga with you. If you liked what you did, tell your friends about us. Join our private group on Facebook. It's called Friends of 316 Yoga, and I'll post that little quote that I mentioned. I thought it was really powerful in this month of finding power and strength in our bodies. Okay, that's it. Practice is done. Go forth and do great things, and do it with more mobility and strength and power today, because you can. Yes, you can. See you on your mats tomorrow for your gentle yoga practice. All right, we'll see you then. Have a great day, everybody. Goodbye. Oh my gosh, she's such a little noodle. You are such a silly girl. Bye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye. You're still here, and I'm really glad for that. Keep this in mind. The path is made through repetition. Keep showing up, and good things will happen. You know that. I'm glad that you're still sticking around. Tell your friends what the yoga's doing for you. Our yoga is free for anybody and everybody on Facebook and YouTube, and they can join in anytime from the privacy of their own home. Tell them about our practice, please. If you'd like to support our broadcast, you can visit our website. It's www.316yoga.com. Stay on your path, enjoy your yoga, and have a great rest of your day. See you on your mats tomorrow.